y'all feeling? How y'all feeling, man? Like, I'm feeling great right now. I'm feeling so great. Like, we 6-0. Like, what else is there to even really talk about? Like, seriously, I'm trying to get to the comments. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Easy, but it was kind of some things I ain't like, and I'm gonna bring y'all up. Let me rant. Let me talk about what's going on, and I'm gonna bring y'all up. So whoever wants to come up, I'm gonna put it in. You gotta go to the YouTube. You gotta go to YouTube, and we're gonna talk about it. Yo, when you look at this situation, the Philadelphia Eagles are 6-0. And there's nothing that you can tell me. I don't want to hear Cooper versus a backup. I don't want to hear none of that because y'all said, and I'm saying this, Dallas Cowboys fans, y'all said that he was going to be the end all to be all. He doesn't turn the ball over. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. Bull crap. Bull crap. Bull crap. Because when you look at the situation, turned him over 3 times, right? And it could have been more. It could have been more. But, we kind of took I really thought we took our foot off the pedal. And a lot of people was commenting to me, and they were saying that, like, oh, Fresh, like, you was talking crazy at halftime, yada, yada, yada. But everybody, this for the Eagles fans. We celebrating our win. We celebrating our win. Champagne. 6-0. You can't talk to me about nothing. Can't talk to me about nothing. You win how you win how you win. And when you win, can't nobody tell you nothing. Yes, it got ugly in the third quarter. Yes, it's things that we got to talk about. We're going to talk about this dub first. First of all, defense. Bradbury, Slay, the best duo in the NFL. And I said this before the season started. Go check the tapes. The best duo, period. They are. And it's like he didn't know what. Oh, I'm trying to throw the CD Lamb. I'm trying to throw the Brown. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. Trying to throw the Gallup. It ain't there. It ain't there. So when you look at the situation, right? Yes, we are 6-0. Going to a bye. This is the best thing that you can ask, and I hope that our guys get healthy. You know what I mean? I know CJ, I know he's not healthy, even though I definitely got to commend him, and we definitely got to give him his flowers, and we definitely got to salute him for coming back because I know his hands still hurt. But then you get a pick after that? Come on now. Come on now. Stop it. So I really want to know how y'all feel, and I'm going to put the link up in the description in a second. But I need to let the Dallas Cowboys fans know this. This our year. Y'all say every year is y'all year and yada, 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 and all this bullcrap. No, this our year. We ain't not playing with the league. We're not playing with nobody. You come here, especially if the game is at home, you getting bodied. It's things I didn't like. Miles Sanders, I thought that he should have been running more in the first quarter, and he showed his ass. He showed his ass. Pause. But you get what I'm saying. I would have liked more pressure on Cooper Rush, but we got to give respect to the Dallas Cowboys offensive line. I thought that they did a good job. They did. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Cooper Rush was out there looking like he was out there looking scared STD. Scared to death. You hear me? Scared to death. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody on that side saying, oh, well, you went against a backup. Oh, well, this happened and that happened and yada, yada, yada. First of all, don't want to hear no rough stuff because the rest was on your side. That blocking the black back on Bradbury, how do you not call it? That's the most clear block in the back I ever seen in my life. But, shout out to y'all and shout out to everybody in the chat. Man, we gotta bring this up. I forgot. I ain't do this in a while. Give me a second. Hold up. We're gonna start from the beginning. My man Ryan said, 6-0. You already know. Trey, easy dub. I ain't gonna say easy, but I am gonna say we coasted. Now it could have got weird, but being the fact of the matter is we're way better than them. You said, hold up, let's dial this back. We gave them a touchdown. Let's put a touchdown on them. Who else we got? Gang Green. You already know. Let's go. Yo, that. Some of the executions was a bit off. I agree with that. Yo, that good one for the birds. Yo, listen. I'm not going to say this is the best one, but it's the most positive one for me because of how many people is in Philly. I'm from Philly. I'm in the dirt out here. And there's so many Cowboys fans. I'm like, first of all, where y'all come from? How are you, like, you born and raised in Philly? How are you a Dallas fan? But that's Dick Eaters. My man Drew, Yodat. I seen a super Yodat in here. I can't find it. There we go. My man Drew said, we still coming together. CD Deuce is the man. Health is the most important during the bye. I agree. We gotta come out of this thing healthy, and for the most part, we are. Hopefully, I mean Lane Johnson is just a concussion. So within that week off, I think this is the best time because Jack Justel, I'm gonna have to make a video about you, bro. And I get it. It was Micah Parsons, and I know what Micah Parsons brings to the table. But man, was you being dominant, and they kept making sure that he was on Driscoll every time. But you ain't do that when Lane was in. Why? Because Lane is dominant. Lane is I ain't gonna say but one of the most dominant right tackles in the game, and that just proved it. They couldn't get no pressure. But as soon as he went down, we seen the pressure, y'all. We seen it. Feel good, fresh, but job not done. Let's go. Oh no, the job just starting. We just getting into this. The job is just starting. Call just go into my office. I ain't gonna fire him yet. Hey, Dante, I get where you going. I ain't gonna fire him yet. But yo, I seen you play better than that. And I get it, you just came off the bench and you rusty, whatever the case may be. But he was giving him the business. But yet and still, I thought the coaching staff finally, it took a while, but they say, we're just going to go to the left side or we're going to run the ball. Like in all those plays, you just had Jalen Hurts going back and passing. Nah, you can't do that. So this one I'm going to do for y'all, man, because it's 12 o'clock. I was waiting until 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. So I'm going to put the link in the description. Anybody that want to talk, I'm here. I don't got work tomorrow, so we can bust it up. Let's talk about it, man. The Eagles are 6-0. The Phillies just won. They're going, yo, Philly lit right now. I don't understand. I don't know if y'all understand how bad Philly is lit right now. They should have ran the ball when Jussel came in. I agree with that. They should have ran the ball when Jussel came in. I don't know if they was trying to. See, my thing is this, right? If you're trying to implement a a new guy coming into a situation like that, you run the ball, you getting comfortable, pushing people. You don't have him pulling back, and people can just run over him because he's rusty. You're getting comfortable, pushing people, getting into the mix. And let's talk about the mix. Hold up. Why in the hell Dallas players so mad? Why are you tackling my man Jason Kelce? Why are you out there trying to hurt my man Jason Kelce? He did nothing to you but dominate you. He did nothing to you. Let's talk about it, y'all. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. I'm about to put this link up, and we're going to talk about it. This is crazy. I really ain't understand it, though, y'all.
John Fetterman supports decriminalizing dangerous drugs like fentanyl and heroin.
I really ain't understand it, though. It's like, y'all losing, cool. But just let that loss be what it is. You don't got to sit there and be on the weird stuff and try to... It was just corny to me. You know what I mean? Like, you lost. Let that loss be a loss and let that loss be a lesson. But instead, y'all want to sit here and you want to, try to hurt my man. First of all, he going to retirement. Y'all ain't got to deal with him soon. You ain't got to deal with him soon. All right, so the link is in there, y'all. It's pinned. I mean, whoever want to come in, we can talk. But I'm going to talk about ish. 6-0. I understand what the Giants did, but y'all got a loss. I understand what the Bills did, but y'all got a loss. I understand Kansas City. They just lost again, but y'all got a loss. And I know going into, and I'm going to tell y'all this right now, what's going to happen. We are going to be number 2 in the power rankings. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they're going to say the Buffalo Bills had a better win and we didn't blow the Cowboys out. Even though it was a 9-point win, even though the first half, they couldn't do nothing. And I thought, once again, we let off the gas. And I don't like it. Let off the gas. But I thought they got their head together and they figured out some things. You get what I'm saying? Like, they figured out some things and said, if Micah Parsons is going to keep rushing, then we're going to run the football. But to me, you should have never stopped running the football. I didn't like in the first quarter, the first plays, it was like 6 passes. And then when you do run the balls with Boston Scott, shout out to Boston Scott, whatever the case may be, but it's like he's just coming off an injury. And you put him right in there with the dogs. What if he fumbled it? Now, that didn't happen. I get it. But still, you have to look at the situation and say, damn, what are y'all doing here? But a win is a win is a win. And I'm going to be unbearable this week. Can't no Cowboys fan talk to me. Go take a seat at the little table. Go take a seat at the kiddie table. Don't talk to me. It's big boys here, man. It's big boys. I'm 6-0. And y'all know I'm from West Philly. 6-0 all day. Trying to see if anybody. Y'all see the link is in there? Let me know. Because I can't see it right now. D-Law ain't do nothing where yet. D-Law never do nothing, Dante. He never does anything. He has won a game. And that's why I didn't understand why he talking heavy, how he talking. Because you go against the Eagles and Lane Johnson shuts you down all the time. You know how many sacks he has against us? 0. Lane Johnson shuts him down. And that's why I don't understand what was that. Like, you was trying to just hype the team. Like, what was that about? That was weird. That was weird to me. Yeah, I forgot to put that up there. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. 6-0. 6-0. 6-0. Can't tell me nothing. The best team in the NFL. You're right. You're right. Hold up. You're right. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. Champagne, y'all. Champagne. Victory to the winners. Victory to the winners. The call in is in there. If y'all want to come through, I got y'all. I do kind of gotta remember how to do this. Damn, I ain't holler at y'all in a minute, and that's my fault. But I got a lot going on, and we ain't gonna get into that. So how y'all feeling about the game though? Like, in all, we did win. But I know not really me. I wasn't nervous, but at some point I was like, we're gonna have to make a play. And then when they went down the field and scored, I know Dallas fans, they was doing backflips and they was tweeting their moms and they was doing all type of stuff. But the fact of the matter is, you still got your ass busted. That happened. I'm saying my drawing down. Y'all can hear me? Give me your ass, y'all can hear me. Sleep good tonight. Hey, listen, I ain't going to sleep. I'm up. I got my man Drew in here. We're going to see what Drew talk about. Yo, that.
What's going on, man? Yo, that. What's up, man?
Hey, man, we 6-0. I ain't got no complaints.
I got no complaints, man. I was sitting there watching the game, man. I was so excited. But, I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight, man. And I can't believe they double leg took down my man Kelsey, man. I was so pumped up after that. I was like, yo, I'm ready to fight. Seriously.
Yeah, like what type of time they was on though? Like that's what I don't get. Like it's like, all right, take your L as a man. Like take your L as a man. Y'all didn't do that with the Buccaneers and Tom Brady and none of that. Y'all took your L as a man. Now y'all want to be so hype and so. Where was that energy when y'all was getting your ass kicked?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just frustrated, but I kind of get it, but at the same time, I don't. And I still ain't going to let you go on my man Kelsey like that, man. I don't appreciate that one bit. But I'm here to celebrate, man. It's all about the win, 6-0.
All right, no, give me one. Give me one.
Yeah.
You already know. Listen, we 6-0, bro. Like going into a bye.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
A minute, yeah.
So I need to know from you, who are your offenses and defensive players of the game?
Oh man, you gotta give it to CJ Garner, man. That dude came in, got hurt, came back in and got another pick. Come on, man. I mean, he's still getting acclimated to being a safety and stuff like that. So he's kind of bites on certain things, but he's still balling out. He's still giving it 100%. You gotta love that, man. You gotta love that.
Dog.
And on offense,
he a dog, and that's what Philly wanted.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, exactly, man. Just give me your all, man. Because we're gonna give you our all. But on defense, on offense, man, that's tough, man. Because I have to say, Jalen kept his head, man, and he kept his head, and he didn't panic. Things was getting a little bit, rough on him, but he stayed true, kept his head on, and then they came back and got that extra score. So, I have to give it to Jalen. He's the one that sets the temperature of the team. So I have to give it to him. I wish they ran Sanders a little bit more. I definitely agree with you on that, man. I'm like, yo, we got to run that ball. We got to establish that run, man. That's our bread and butter. And you gotta bully these dudes, man. But we got the W. So that's all that matters.
And to me, like I agree with you, bro. Like that's weird to me too. Whereas though it's working. And then when you finally did it, it was working. Like you come out and you run and you're passing, you're passing, you're passing. It's
Yeah,
working a
so
little bit, but then we go 4 and out. You know what I mean? But then you start running it, and we actually score a touchdown.
right.
And in the second half, you stop doing that, and it's like, why? Especially after Lane Johnson went out, you should have just kept running the ball. You should have kept
Exactly.
running the ball. They couldn't stop it.
Yeah, well,
They,
Opeta came in, Driscoll's in. Run that ball, man. Just pound the rock. You know, these big dudes love to hit people, man. Just let them run and hit people. Just let them bully them. You know, that's what they do.
I definitely agree with you, man. And the defensive player, I do agree with you. I'm not taking nothing away from what C.D. Garner did. I thought coming back and then get the pick after that, like that's just
that's tough.
poetic.
That's tough. He's still running with the ball, like yo,
yeah, he
he
got a limp out there, like when he came out the field. You ever see Scary Movie with the little hand?
Yeah.
My man with the little
Yeah.
I made these mashed potatoes by hand. You hear me? But all in all, I definitely like what he did. But to me, the stats is not there.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought Bradbury was everywhere on the field, man.
Bradbury everywhere, man. He
was
he slipped on one play. Man. He slipped, but other than that, he was everywhere. You're right. He came across the field, got a deflection that was big. You know, he was on top of everybody
for the first pick.
Yeah,
he got the deflection for the first pick. He was just everywhere on the field, and I appreciate that because we never had and since 2004, two cornerbacks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, yo, this secondary ain't nothing to play with, and the loss of I thought the loss of C.J. Gardner really proved that. I think Kayvon Wallace needs to stay off his Twitter and practice on this game because he was the reason that touchdown happened. The angle that he took on Zeke Elliott, like, dude, what was that? And he talked so heavy.
I don't do Twitter, man. So I don't know nothing about nobody talking. So that's
I'm gonna tell you.
Young people.
He talks so heavy on Twitter, and this is preseason. He don't really talk like that now because your spot got took it.
Yeah.
But I just think if because he's a good talent. Like I seen him at Clemson, and I like him.
Yeah.
When we got him, I thought he was going to be one of them dark horses.
Yeah, we had high hopes for him. We all did.
Man, he not no dark horse. He dog shit. You hear me? Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, seriously. And I hate to talk about any type of brother like that, but the fact of the matter is, you put more into tweeting than you do coming into a situation to where as though you right, Tom. Yeah, my man.
Yeah. Well, buns.
Buns. I'm talking about pretzel buns. I'm talking about potato buns. I'm talking about white bread buns. Whatever kind of buns you're talking about, that's what he is right now. And and every time you get your shot, you don't take advantage of it. You're going to be a practice squad guy forever. Not practice squad, but a special teams guy forever.
You got to take advantage of the opportunities, man, and make a play. And that's all, that's everybody asking of you. It's not big. Just make a play. Just be where you're supposed to be and make the play. The tackling was, I don't want to get too critical of what happened, because I'm really excited about, going into the bye 6-0, and the schedule's looking sweet after that. You know what I mean? So, I would just want to be, stay on this high, but maybe tomorrow I'll get onto the critiquing the team. But I'm really excited, man, and I appreciate you having me, and I'm really glad that I got to be on there with you, man. I know, I wanted to try to reach out before. You reached out to me before, and I really not comfortable in front of the camera, but I appreciate
you gotta do is get on here and be yourself, man. You be all right. I appreciate you coming on, even though you're not comfortable, especially since you're not comfortable, man. But I'm always here, man. You one of my day ones, man. Like,
man. I'm just here to support you, man. Yeah, you got a good show, man, and I appreciate you being yourself, man. And I enjoy all your content, man. You keep
Appreciate
doing
it,
you,
bro.
man.
Appreciate
Nothing
it.
but the best, man. All right,
All right.
later,
Yo,
sir. Yo, that.
all right, so there you have it from one of one of my guys. I'm talking about day one. Drew has been a day one, man. Shout out to him. Tone been a day one too, man. You know, I think he a little scared to come up here. All right, I'm calling him out. I ain't gonna tell y'all that, but I'm calling Tone out. But you look at the situation of the Philadelphia Eagles. You're 6-0. Yes, you have flaws. Everybody does. But can't nobody tell me when you go against top offenses in the league, the Vikings, the Jaguars, you know what I mean? Even the Cardinals, they like what 13th in the league in the offense, and then you went against a team to where everybody was picking the Eagles. Yeah. But this could have been a trap game. This could have been a one of them games to where as though you found yourself in a situation to where as though it's like maybe we could take a foot off the gas because it's a backup quarterback. They did none of that. I thought they got pressure. The pressure really didn't get there as much. But Brandon Graham, man, like this dude gets better like fine wine. This dude gets better like fine wine. It's just crazy. And his snap count been down. Like I thought that, and I'm gonna get to this, Tone. Just where I'm gonna get to this. I thought that Jonathan Gannon came out with a good game plan. He actually started Jordan Davis. Hold on, I gotta make sure y'all see me. Y'all see me? Okay. He actually started Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox, and Hargrave. He knew it was going to be a running situation. And I gotta shout him out for that. Because when you look at the fact of the matter is, at the half, now we can get into, I don't know what adjustments he made, or I don't know why he made adjustments when everything is working. And I think that Gannon overthinks things. He overthinks things. If things are working, just keep doing it. But when I say that Ezekiel Elliott had 15 yards, Pollard had 22, that was great. But then when you come out the game, they got 120 combined. It don't look good after the game. You get what I'm saying, Tom? So it don't look good after the game. But you did what you needed to do. And I tweeted, I said on all of my videos, if you go up 20-0, that guy Cooper Rush can't bring you back. He can't. And he proved that. He don't turn the ball over. 3 picks. 1, 2, 3 picks. So I'm not trying to hear none of that. And I'm not trying to hear none of that from Cowboys fans that, well, y'all went against our backup. We thought Dak was going to play. And yada, yada, yada. No. Y'all was riding the Cooper Rush train, but that train got derailed by a real defense. Now, I'm not saying that the Rams is not a real defense. They have stars. They have names there. But collectively, we got too many names. Too many. When you go to, think about this. When you go and play the Rams, right? It's 2 names that you talk about. You talk about Ramsey. You talk about Donald. When you go to the Philadelphia Eagles and you look at it and you look at what they have done this year, you got to talk about Jordan Davis. You got to talk about Fletcher Cox. You got to talk about Darius Slay. You got to talk about Avonte Maddox. You got to talk about Bradbury. You got to talk about Michael Epps. You got to talk about CJ Edwards. You got to talk about Kaiser White. This defense is built. They're built. And he just seen it. Now, the third quarter, Tone, not going to lie to you, it was frustrating. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? But you seen how much CJ Gardner means to this team. When he went down, that's when all that stuff started happening. The tight ends started getting open. Kayvon Wallace does all this. Couldn't back it up. And I'm a guy that always fought for Kayvon Wallace. I watched his college tape, and I thought at Clemson, he was that dude. But it's not transparent to the NFL. And that's just facts. And can't nobody argue with me about that. Yesterday, the fans were talking about keeping Rush and getting rid of Dak. I told them you're stupid. Yeah, you're tripping. You're tripping. But a lot of our fans have done the same thing. A lot of our fans wanted to get rid of Carson Wentz and keep Nick Foles. And I didn't like that then. But it is what it is. Kayvon Wallace getting told. Kayvon Wallace barbecue chicken. That's what the no lie. When Cooper Rush seen Kayvon Wallace in, what did he do? That's what he did. And I love Kayvon Wallace. But not this one. He literally licked his chops and said, now my tight ends get to eat. Because with CJ Gardner, that wasn't happening. He couldn't do nothing. I want y'all to understand, in the first half, Cooper Rush had 26 yards throwing the football. 26 yards. Miles Sanders had 29 rushing. Just weigh that. Just weigh that. Think about that. Soon as C.J. Gardner went out, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Until he came back in. Shout out to him. He definitely deserved Defensive Player of the Game. He definitely does. I just wanted to bring up, and I didn't want people to forget what Bradbury did this game. Bradbury was all over the field, man. He was all over the field. And another thing, another guy goes out with a concussion. And Jack Driscoll looked like booty juice. And he had Jalen Hurts running for his life, getting sacked. And that wasn't happening in the first quarter. So we can go in tomorrow, or really today, because it's over 12. And we can talk about to any Dallas fan, yeah, our guy went down, but y'all couldn't do nothing about it. Because we already did the damage. And that's what this team does. And I get it. A lot of people want scores every quarter. A lot of people want just blow everything out. I get it. But sometimes when the damage is already done, all you can do is just sit there and reap the benefits. That's what it is sometimes. Now, would I like a more dominant third quarter? Yes, I would. But when you in the second quarter and you just putting up 20 points, like, do we understand? And I don't know if it's just that quarter or what it is, but do we understand we lead the league in second quarter points and it's not even close? It's like not even, like, it's by so far. I don't know what it is about that second quarter, but we lead the league and it's not even close, man. Y'all do know the link is up. Y'all want to, if y'all want to talk. If y'all want to talk, I'm I'm gonna end up getting out of here. And make sure y'all like for your boy, man. Like, I put a lot of pain and I put a lot of time in this, away from my kids and all that. But they understand, they get it. They Eagles fans too, except for one. And she a Dallas fan. We ain't gonna talk about that. But if y'all want to talk, man, we can talk. If not, I'm definitely gonna be getting out of here soon. Is it? Hey, Drew, is it really? Oh yeah, you gotta send me that stat. I thought it was like 75. I didn't know it was 100. Tone, it's a link. It's a link that I put up that is pinned. It's still pinned. Yeah, so you click the link, right? And if you don't want to show your face, you ain't gotta show your face and none of that. We can just talk. You know what I mean? So it's a link that you click that I put. It's in the chat on Instagram. Yeah, so when you look at it, man, once again, it's just dominance. We run the NFC East, and you got to go through us, man. You got to go through us. And I'm not trying to hear none of that. Oh well, you beat this guy and backups. Nah, we beat who we supposed to beat. Y'all got a loss in your record. We have none. We have none. And I know what's going to happen, y'all. And I don't care if I screen record this or say whatever. But watch the power rankings, ESPN, and all these guys, they're going to put the Buffalo Bills ahead of us. Watch. Oh, that win wasn't impressive as holding the Chiefs 20 points and yada, yada, yada. But they got a loss in their record, don't they? Don't they got a loss in their record? Put some respect in our name, man. We got an O next to the 6. Come on, man. Shout out my guy ES1, man. Yo, that.
Hey, man, I ain't trying to hear no excuses because at the end of the day, all I heard was Cowboys were going to do what they were going to do, what we did to them tonight. You know, I heard that they were going to blow us out. They were going to beat us. I mean, Eagle Consecrators told y'all that y'all weren't that good. And now they're sitting there talking about Cooper Rush did better. Nah, man, we beat y'all. You know, the only reason why they came back again, it seems like sometimes Jonathan Gannon got a little scared when Chauncey Garner went down. It sounded like he was panicking a little bit. You know, it looked like, okay, my safety just went down. Let's be real. Kayvon Wallace isn't Chauncey Garner. Chauncey Garner, you got it. Like, I think the Eagles are going to definitely give him the bag. There's no way you let him walk because he makes a big difference for a defense. You know what I'm saying? I'm so glad the Saints are one of the dumbest organizations for letting him walk. I mean, not let him walk, but letting him go to the Eagles, especially the Philadelphia Eagles, who already have a good secondary, and you add him. I mean, he's a big difference maker. But, you know, our herd was from all these Cowboy fans. You know, I got a Cowboy fan doing gassers because he made a bet with me. I was confident going into this game because I didn't see nothing that I should be scared of. And really, you want to be real, we should have blew that team out by at least 38 points. But I get it. Divisional games are tough. And you know what? They fought. They tried to fight back, but it wasn't enough. We were the better team. You know, I ain't trying to hear, oh, it's a backup. Because at the end of the day, I don't care who the quarterback is. I don't care if it was Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush. It would have been a L. We're the better team. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hear all that because y'all weren't saying that when we told y'all Cooper Rush was all, oh, Cooper Rush going to go into Philadelphia and beat us. Nah, I ain't trying to hear all that because the bottom line is we're 6-0. Put respect on that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you got to have that same energy. The same energy you had for Cooper Rush before the game, saying that he was going to beat us, saying that he don't turn the football over, saying that he has tight window throws and he does this and he does that. Had that same energy. The fact of the matter is, he went against a real defense.
Yeah, I told
he went against a real defense. Yes, he went against he went against LA, but they are not the same guys.
No,
after winning the Super Bowl, after losing Von Miller, who Von Miller over there with the Bills is just ball.
I mean,
like you can tell. Like, all right, so when we lost C.J. Gardner, you can tell the hole that we was missing when Kayvon Wallace was there, right?
So
you can tell the hole that they're missing without Von Miller. They are not the same defense.
No, I mean,
face the best offense and the best defense that you have all year. And what happened? You got your ass kicked.
I mean, Cowboy fans are running around here with videos talking about, oh, we came back. Nah, man, you didn't come back. You came back when in the third and fourth. Well, we owned the Cowboys. Lane Johnson had Micah Parsons locked up all game. He wasn't effective until Lane Johnson went out. You know, and I knew when Lane Johnson went out, I'm like, oh no, not this shit. Because like this type of game, you got to be healthy. Like, I'm so excited our bye is this week because we need it, because players are going down. Leonard Dixon goes down. You have a Suapeta coming. And let's be real, Suapeta is serviceable, but he's not Landon Dixon, you know?
Right.
And, you know, I didn't think Jack Driscoll was good at right tackle. I'm sorry, he struggled a lot today, you know, and two, Goddard was helping him, you know, try to minimize Parsons' ability to get past him because he was gashing the right tackle, whatever his name is. He was gashing him. You know, Jalen Hurts had no time. You know, but Jalen Hurts' ability to scramble. This kid's a playmaker, and he finds ways to win. You know, he's just a winner. You know, and that's why the Eagles see something in him. That's why they gave him weapons. And you know what? I love how Jalen Hurts just find ways to win. When you needed your quarterback to come through, he did that. Like, he gave us a chance to like, when we needed him to score, he did that. He put his team in the best position. He didn't turn over the football. You know, we saw Lamar Jackson today. You know, I've been saying, you know, can Lamar Jackson be clutch? And versus Giants game, you need your team to, you know, a lot of quarterbacks just make plays that they're not there. Throw the ball away. You know, he didn't do too much. You know, Lamar Jackson throwing a pick against the Giants. Why? You know, just at this point, just throw it away. Live another down. You know, he was smart with the football. He didn't turn it over. I mean, except the snap that Jason Kelsey, you know, hiked it to Jalen Hurts.
But that ain't on him. That's just bad communication right there.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about that.
Sometimes I do need the fans to, you know, calm it down. I get it.
Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna lie, on my channel, I'm like, oh, Jason Cuz got to stop it. But then I'm like, all right, he got the ball back. It is what it is. We have mistakes. You know, he was frustrated. You can see
and that's why you gotta respect him, because he knew what he did wrong and he went out there and fixed it. You know what I mean?
We saw
quarterbacks really at the end of the game. I think even if they turn the ball over, the game's over. They needed 2 scores and it was only 2 minutes left. They wasn't scoring twice, right? But it do give you some type of like, damn, like, what's going on? I'm thinking we winning. And the crazy part is, I went to the bathroom. At that time. I came back. I see Kelsey on the ground. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, and it's like, damn. But I mean, a lot of your points I definitely agree with. But the fact
I ain't gonna lie, I got nervous when Chauncey Garner go down. I'm like, oh, I hope it's not serious, man. Because like,
I got more nervous when Lane Johnson went down.
Oh, I knew it too. I'm like, oh, we lost the right tackle. Like, not. And then you saw Landon Dixon go down. I'm like, oh man, thank goodness we got this bye, because I ain't gonna lie to you. Because right now it looks like our players just need rest. You know, Cox was getting out of breath. You know, and it's a 17 game, you know, season. You know, originally it was 16. Now it's moved to 17. You got to get a bye week.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Do you think that the way Nick Sirianni approached the offseason with the non-hitting and all that kind of stuff to keep people healthy, you think that's catching up?
I mean, I mean, we could say that, but like I said, I mean, you can.
I don't think so. I'm just asking you because I get texts. All the time.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I like the idea of hitting because it's different in real games, you know, because the non-hitting, you're not really hitting to real games. You know, even in preseason, we didn't really see the starters out there. You know, maybe it could be effective, but, you know, this team is playing at high levels. So, I mean, I can't say that because let's say they do hit, you know, and players do go down. Like we end up losing one of these players. We saw a lot of players go down. A lot of teams lost good players because of injuries. Like accidents happen. You know, it only takes one freak accident and you can end up hurting your leg like an ACL or Achilles, and you don't want that. You know, I don't wish no player or injuries. You know, but I'm just glad that the Eagles are fully healthy because, you know, all season I talked about how Jalen Hurts was going to win was going to be league MVP or going to be one of those guys. And all they said was he has a noodle arm and this and that. And I just want to let people know, everybody wanted Russell Wilson. How is he? You know, he's terrible. You know, and I'm glad the Eagles didn't make that trade because we would have lost a lot. If you thought Denver Broncos booing him was worse, what happens if he was in Philly playing like that? I don't think he would have got booed. I think he would have got stuff thrown at him. You know, and it's
thrown at you. You might have had a couple fans come up on that field and square up with him, like people, like you pay a dude all that money. Ain't nobody messing, like, you know what I mean? And we gave up all and I've been said that, and the reason that I said that don't get Russell Wilson, and like I said, people, y'all can go check the tapes. It's because, at my point, it was we're a young team and we're not ready to win now. But they're proving me wrong.
Well, I said and I said the reason why we don't get Russell Wilson. Look how much they gave up. They gave up one of the best defense tackle in Shelby Harris. They gave up a quarterback. Nah, he wasn't the best, but Seattle knew something that Denver Broncos didn't know, that he wasn't the same Russell Wilson. When your team does that and they're giving up less and they're taking that offer, that means something's not working. Like, okay, why are you giving up less for a guy that is supposed to be one of the best quarterbacks? And you gave up a lot if you're Denver, but you gave them the amount. They were like, oh, we'll take a quarterback or we'll sit him on the bench. Look how they're turning Geno Smith in. Geno Smith is playing at a high level. And it just shows maybe it was Pete Carroll who's making Russell. I don't want to think like that, but Russell was still good. But I don't know. I mean, he's not living up to the hype that Denver Broncos had. Because they were talking about Super Bowl with Denver. They were talking about winning the division. You are off season talk about. They never gave Jalen Hurts a chance. And you know what? I love that our quarterback just takes it. He's a mindset of winning. He doesn't care about the flashy, 6-0. He just cares about winning. And that's what you need. He has that mentality in Philadelphia. And that's what I like about him. You got to have the strong mentality in Philadelphia. There's a lot of quarterbacks who just don't survive in Philadelphia. For example, Carson Wentz. He's mentally quick. And some things wasn't his fault, but other things it was. And how do you redeem yourself when Jalen Hurts threw the bad pass to AJ? Let's remember that one pass to AJ Brown. That should have been right in it. That was a bad pass. But how do you redeem yourself? A lot of quarterbacks, they don't recover from it. Jalen Hurts has a mentality of, okay, I threw a bad pass, but I'm able to recover and I'm able to live another down. And that's what I like about him. He's just a winner. He finds ways to win ball games. You don't got to be the biggest arm guy.
Let me tell you why he's like this. Let me tell you why he's like this. And he's like this because of some of the reasons why I'm like how I am.
Shout out to this dude, by the way. He played good today.
Yeah, that touchdown at the end. That was shout out to Shane Steichen. That's one dude I didn't shout out yet, man. Like,
he's playing good.
Ever since, like, when you look at it, last year, right? When Nick Sirianni was a play caller, ever since Shane Steichen has took over, this has been a different team. It's been a different offense. It's been a different offense. But let me tell you why Jalen Hurts is how he is. Because of failure. Jalen Hurts has failed. Carson Wentz, before he got into the NFL, has never really failed. Everything was given to him. I'm not gonna say given to him; he earned it. But when you're the best player, you earn it. He was always the best player on the field. He always had a situation to where it was though he can beat this and he can beat that because he was in a Division II situation. He didn't have to face like Jalen Hurts literally faced all the big dogs. He faced the Gators. You know what I mean? He faced the Alabamas because he played with them. He faced the NEC. He faced all these guys, and he got benched, and he had to go to another team, and he knew what it was like to be on the bench.
Yeah,
and now he's like, I ain't going back to that.
Oh, why would you? And when you go through that, it changes your mindset.
And not only that, when you look at the situation of him, and this is so important, and I'm glad I've been saying this since last year, but I'm glad the broad media finally came to the situation of saying he's finally in a situation to where as though it's been 2 years straight in the same offense.
I don't think he has that since high school, isn't it? The last time he's
That's
been
what I'm saying.
Offense.
He hasn't.
I mean,
he hasn't. 2 years at Alabama, 2 different offensive coordinators. 1 year at Oklahoma. You know what I mean? Then he came here. It was Doug Peterson. Then the next year it's Nick Sirianni. Now it's Nick Sirianni and Shane Steichen again.
By the way, I think Nick Sirianni fits Philly so much. Did you see I'm fired up inside? I mean, that's my coach right there. The way he's able.
What happened? Because I was preparing for this. Like people was adding me and tweeting like, what happened?
What happened? So you know the
Tone, I see you in the background. I got you, bro.
Micah, one of the defensive Cowboys went after Jason Kelce, basically tried to wrestle him.
That's and it got physical. I'm bringing you in now.
It got physical. So yeah, man, it got physical. But that rivalry, that Cowboys rivalry, I was fired up, man. That's the Cowboys Eagles rivalry right there. You know, and that coach, man, he fires me up. You know, I always said that Nick Sirianni is like that coach that just knows Philadelphia. You know, this whole team is special. You know, and that's why I said this team is different. You know, the NFL better pray that we don't get home field revenge. If we do,
yep.
Let me just say, you're on trouble. Y'all better hope we go away. You better hope we play in LA. You better hope we play in somewhere that we know we have no chance of winning, because we get home field advantage in that cold. There's a lot of teams who can't play in the cold. You know, there's only certain ones that I would be scared of coming to Philadelphia. But really, with this defense, if Jonathan Gannon, you know, it's like he'll go back and forth. It's like he'll play aggressive one in the first, second half, and he'll play conservative. Like, you know, like I would allow this Slay to follow CeeDee Lamb everywhere he goes. Even if he goes to the bathroom, follow CeeDee Lamb. Pause. But still, like, you know, you saw how they were switching CeeDee Lamb to the number 2 corner because Darius Slay was shutting him down, you know? And I told Cowboy fans, I said, he's not a number 1 receiver. Y'all lost your number 1 receiver. You know what I'm saying? And it affected them, you know, with the ability of just getting downfield. We got 2 number 1s with Devontae and A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown has lived up to that height that we all wanted in Philadelphia. He's lived up to his money. You know, I don't know why Tennessee, again, let him go. You know, I would have cut salary of Brian Tannehill, some of his, and paid A.J. Brown what he wanted. You know, that's what I've done.
Because if a player don't want to be there, it's really nothing that you can really do. Like these star guys got so much power now, you know what I mean? And if they saying I want out, I mean, what are you gonna do? You gonna fight with them? Like,
I mean, he wanted out because he wanted to get paid. You know, he saw other receivers get paid, but he's worth it. He's a top 5. Like, I'm tired of people telling me that, oh, A.J. Brown's not a top 5. Can we put respect on A.J. Brown's name? His route run is so underrated. People look at his physicality. They look at the way, but his route run is underrated. Not everybody sees the route running A.J. Brown. You know, a lot of people see the physicality and the way he's go up and get those, you know, I call 50-50 balls, you know, but his route running, the way he's able to just, like, he cooked things. A lot of times he was wide open, you know. There was some passes where Jalen Hurts overthrew, but again, that happens.
If you look at the pregame, I told people that I said Diggs don't have nothing for Brown. And a lot of teams, like even the Cardinals game, and I got mad. And Tone, I'm gonna let you chime in after I say this. When you look at the situation, like even the Cardinals game, I thought they got away from Brown, like with the slants, and just getting him in the open field. This dude is a monster, man. Like we have not had a wide receiver like this since T.O. And it's so happy to see it, because if all else fails, you say, you know what, I can throw it to number 11. I can throw it to number 11. He gonna go get it. He gonna make a play for me, man. And not gonna lie to you, it's good to see. So how you feel, Yodat?
Yodat, what up, baby? How you doing?
What's going on, player?
Oh man, y'all talking about AJ Brown, man. Dude tried to arm tackle him going to the end zone. I was laughing my butt off, man.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
I said you better wrap up, homie, because he get that 6.
Hey, so need to ask you a question, man. Like Eagles 6-0. You know what I mean? Do you feel as though the Eagles are the best team in the NFL?
It's gonna be between them and Buffalo. And I only say that because you know, like they're I mean, I think their defense, as far as our defense stacks up against them very well. I think our offense stacks up well against them. Is that special teams. That's the part that might get us a little bit, but I like my shot. I like our chances to get them because of because of our DBs. But as long as Gannon let our playmakers be playmakers, I think we'd be good.
I do think, and I want to get your opinion now that you said Gannon. I want to get both of y'all opinion on Gannon. So when you look at what he did, I thought that he took his foot off the gas once we went up 20-0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I understand that. A lot of that is because now you got Kayvon Wallison, who is really not good. And
why is he on the team still, man? Well, why? Can we put him on the practice squad? Like at this point, I would trust more of Marcus. Like at this point, can we just bring someone else up? Like, I'm sorry, I given him chances, but it just he doesn't have it. You know, it's like
I mean, but who else are we gonna bring up? Josiah Scott?
Anything is better than Kayvon Wallace. I even bring up what's that rookie that we've been bragging about?
Blackenstein.
No, not that. The dude from Alabama.
Oh, Josh Jobe.
Why not? He's played safety in Alabama, hasn't he?
No, he a cornerback.
He was a corner.
I thought he was a safety.
No, he a cornerback. But I mean, I guess if you want to,
I think he could be big enough to play safety. You know, but anything's better. Kayvon Wallace. I'm sorry, man. He's a good cheerleader. He's a good cheerleader. That's all. I mean, he's not what I expected out of Clemson. I thought he was going to be a lot better, but he does nothing. He does nothing. And you just see CJ Garner-Johnson is just, you know, he's a monster. You know, I don't know why the Saints let him go. You know, at first.
Because they tanking.
But he's also young. And that's what brings me up to another point. You know, do you go out and you get Brian Burns because it looked like the pass rusher didn't get home a lot of times. Do you add more pass rusher? You know, because the Panthers want to trade him. I call up and get Brian Burns in Philadelphia. Make it work. You know, add more pass rush, because the more pass rush you have with Brian Burns add to this defense, I don't think anybody can stop us. And I think you got to give our pass rush a little bit more help, because it just looks like they're not getting home sometimes. I don't know. Even when we push up, we gotta literally like blitz. You know, except the Carson Wentz sits when we play Carson Wentz, but other than that, we haven't got home. You know, like we did. Maybe we need more of a defense where we able to put more pressure on quarterbacks. You know, Brian Burns.
We are third in the league in sacks, so I mean,
he's right behind Nick Bosa.
I get what you're saying. You want splashes. You want it to be dominant, and it has not been that. I just think that they're like coming into this game, they focus on the run more. Like when you start Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox, and Hargrave, you're not trying to pass rush. You're trying to make sure that Zeke and Pollard don't get off. And they were successful in the first half. I mean, when you look at it, once again, Zeke, he had 16 yards. Pollard, no. He had 8 yards. Pollard had 22. So it's like you shut them down. You did what you were supposed to do, and then we went up. And that's why I thought that this was that's the main reason why this was a win, because you did what I said. You did the job of shutting down their run, going up and telling Cooper Rush, you gotta throw this football. Now in the third quarter, he did that. And a lot of that was because of CJ Garner being down. But once he came back up,
CJ Garner going down, you can still find a way to pressure him. I mean, you know,
no. I'm not even talking about the pressure. I'm talking about the actual fact of.
I mean, he's a big part. He's a big part of why the defense is good.
People actually being with their receivers. When you look at it, we had, I want to say, 6 pass breakups. That really doesn't happen in the NFL. Like 6 pass, I think it was more than that. It's probably like 7, because Bradbury had 4. Bradbury had 4 pass breakups himself. 4. Yeah. That doesn't happen. Like a lot of people just think pass breakups they just come in. No, like people be catching the football in the NFL. You know what I mean? And for him to have 4, I thought that was amazing, man. Tom, how you feel?
Man, I just the DBs, our corners was on it. Bradbury was everywhere, like y'all said earlier. Slay was just being Slay. I mean, he's incredible. That was a question mark coming in. Bradbury saying, coming from the Giants, and the Giants saying that he was washed up or whatever. And I'm sitting there looking at this dude. I'm like, man, the Giants is tripping. I know they playing well, but that tandem they allowed us to get, and then you add Maddox, and then you add Chauncey coming in, man. I just man. But when the Dallas started coming back, they were
they were doing the Eagles shit. They didn't want to pay him.
Yeah,
they didn't want to pay him.
That's crazy.
A lot of people go because of money.
Yeah.
And this is why. And EC, I know how you feel, or how you used to feel. I don't know how you feel now about how
he redeemed himself. If that's your question, he redeemed himself. He did his job.
Because I know
I even took a step further. I apologized to him on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Because I know me and you, and I had to take a step back too.
Listen, I got to hear that at work. You know how many people say you bashed Howie Roseman? I'm like, bro, I redeemed him. He said, no, you want him gone. And it's like, I got to hear that at work, man. My manager tell me I bashed Howie Roseman.
It's crazy you say that, right? Because at the beginning of the season, me and Philly 500, shout out to Philly 500, me and him did a live. And I was trying to get him to apologize, and he wasn't. So I'm going to call him tomorrow. And I'm going to see if he's ready. I don't think he's ready because I called him 2 weeks ago. He said he's not ready yet. Whatever. But
I do want one more move, and that would be get Brian Burns in Philadelphia. You do that with that defense. That defense is going to be matchup.
That's going to be tough.
And you know what? If the Panthers are looking to trade him, Mazza Fleet's another damn team. You want to be stupid? You want to trade your best player? Go for it. I mean, he's everything that they wanted. I mean, I don't know why you would trade. Even if you bring new coaches, you keep a young player, unless he has anger issues, unless he wants out. But you want to trade him? Hey, go for it. If you want to talk stuff, that's fine.
What, he 24 too, right?
He's only 24 years old.
He's 24.
His deal doesn't end.
That's why when everybody was talking about Christian McCaffrey, I said, hell no. No, why would we go? No, I'm cool.
Also, the Rams are looking to trade Cam Akers, the running back.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think we really good at, like, you want to. I don't think Cam Akers is that power back. Like,
what happened to the running back that we got from the 49ers? Did he play at all today?
Nope.
We didn't even use him at all. Why are we not using him? I saw Boston Scott, but it's like, I wish we used more of him than I like Boston Scott, but I would use him only for the Giants games. I think he's still good. But
he definitely a giant killer, man.
He is.
I'm wondering where the defensive end cat we got from Minnesota that was supposed to be a young, talented cat. He ain't played yet.
Oh no, he's on the practice squad.
Is he on practice squad?
We just used him.
He ain't make the cut. He ain't made the cut to come up yet.
Okay.
It feels good to be 6-0, man. And you know what? Yeah. I just want to say, are y'all still them boys? I mean, DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean, I said after he mentioned Jalen Hurts and he was talking down on him, I said they're going to get beat. I said that was the momentum the Eagles needed. That's why I say a lot of players talk.
No, I'm gonna tell you what was the momentum. It was Jason Peters' fat ass.
Did he play at all? I didn't see him out.
Yeah, he was out there on the sideline. He played right guard. I want to say once.
I didn't hear him get mentioned or nothing. Usually, Chris Collins.
I seen him over there. And once he started saying about Philly fans and all that kind of stuff, like, dude,
it's like, bro, you haven't played.
You know what it is. Like, I don't know if you being a double agent over there or whatever, but you know what it is over here, cuz like what you doing?
But it's like you got paid all that money. I get we had to pay you. It's like we paid you. You couldn't even. You haven't played a full season since Carson Wentz's rookie year in 2016.
Do you know? And I said this a long time. He is the only player for the Philadelphia Eagles to actually get $100 million, collect the whole $100 million. The only player. And you want to talk like that? Like, you got $100 million from us, dude. Like, that dude, man.
Didn't he say that the Cowboys fan base was nasty, and then he goes to Dallas and he changed up? They change up once they leave Philadelphia. It just okay, I get you want more money. I get Jerry Jones wants to pay you. That's fine. Go do your thing. But just to talk down on us, like when we pretty much been respecting you, like we pretty much have your backs. I mean, like, well, why? Like, just say, hey, Eagle fans are passionate. Like, you got to put idiot there. It just shows like, he's upset. He's just upset the fact that he's not there. I think he still wanted to be there. And he was too old. It was time to move on. Like I've been saying for a while, like even when we signed him, I said I didn't want him back. I made a video a while ago saying we should have traded him during the draft. That we should have got his momentum. People told me, oh, we should have never traded him. I said, this is why we should have traded him, because at that time we would have got a lot more for him, and you could have started Diller. Now it worked out with Mulata, but it cost Diller a lot of confidence, and he's never been the same, because we started Jason Peters, who, takes one snap and goes down. He's always been he can't stay healthy. And I wish him nothing but the best, but I didn't like the way he demanded money. Like, who goes up to a manager and says, "Oh, I want to get paid this much"? It's like, why don't you just play out your contract?
I mean, but you also got to blame the organization for that, because
I blame the
organization. He went in there. Hold on. You see, hold on. Listen, he went in there for a pay cut and ended up getting an extension. Think about that. They were supposed to. He went in there for a meeting for them to give him a pay cut, and he winded up getting more money. I don't know if this man got tapes. I don't know if he got pictures on Jeffrey Lurie. I don't know what he got. Like, but it was ridiculous.
Wasn't they gonna play him at guard or something? They was paying him at guard money and wanted to get him.
Remember we cut him. So we cut him, and we brought him back to play guard.
Yeah, no.
We brought him back to play guard, and that ain't work neither. And it's just
he
got
bullied by Chase Young. That's when Diller got hurt. Diller got hurt, and they had to slide him over.
No.
What
happened was Lane Johnson got hurt. Lane Johnson got hurt, and instead of Peters taking the right side, he let Diller, who was a rookie at that time, get barbecue chicken.
Yeah,
and that was the Dallas game. That was the Dallas game. He got barbecue chicken that game.
Yeah.
And then here comes Jason Kelce. Here comes Jason Peters. Oh, well, if they need me to play right tackle, I'll play like right tackle, just bumping his chest because this guy just got his ass kicked. And it's like, no, you should have did that from the rip. That this guy plays left tackle. Let him play left tackle and you play right tackle, and then hopefully we can figure it out. But no, you let that dude get his ass kicked over there. You know what I mean? That was cool.
What really made me mad is when he got paid and he got beat. He got his ass pushed around like a child by Chase Young. That really just made me mad because he was just allowing people to go through him. I'm like, yo, you got paid all that money and you just allowing rookie defensive tackles to go through you. Like I don't know, defensive end, defensive tackle don't matter. He was just allowing players to go through him, and I just said he's just done. And that's why I said, like, when their trade value is the most, you just get as much as possible. Even if they're at Hall of Fame, like, that's why I say I think we really, really nailed it when we traded Zach Ertz. As much as I like Zach Ertz, he's not the same. And we would have, never gave Dallas Goedert a chance if Zach Ertz was here. Because eventually, Dallas Goedert was going to get paid. And you either had to pay Zach Ertz or Dallas Goedert. I like Zach Ertz. I always did. But until, I ain't going to lie. Zach Ertz was all right. I like Dallas Goedert back. I like tight ends who take contact. I don't like tight ends who fall. I get he has the yak yards, but I don't like how you just fall on the ground. Like go through someone with your pads. Do something. That's why I like tight ends who just go through people. I like the Sellecks. I like the the tight ends that are just not afraid to put a hit on you. As you try to hit them, they're gonna make you feel it. Not hit, but go right through you. And that's why I like Dallas Goedert, because he, except the drop balls, he got to stop doing that. I mean, there's a ball where he got to catch that. He was dropping so many easy balls. The one where it got hit, but even though it hits your hands, you got to catch that. I don't know if he needs to go on the jug machine and learn how to catch again, but that got to stop. Those are crucial moments where you got to make them, because eventually you're going to play a team that's going to capitalize off that. Thankfully, our defense played outstanding, and we got playmakers everywhere, because those are the games where you can lose a game like that when you have crucial drops, you know. And Dallas got to come through with some of them. Like some of them are just easy. I'm like, how do you catch these one hand catches? You know, he'll catch these crazy catches, but he can't catch the simple ones. You know, that literally right in the breadbasket where only you.
No. You talking about Dallas Goedert?
Yeah.
That one got tipped. Like,
yeah, but it hit his hands. As I say, it hits your hands. You got to catch it.
Hold on. Let me tell you something, because I played that position for a little while. I'm gonna tell you, I play receiver. So when you are looking at the football and it's a spiral, and you know how your quarterback throws, right? By the time he turned his head and he looked back, it's going like this now. So he already got it in his head how he's going to catch it. And when it got there, it's just not how he thought. And that's why it was. Now, I'm not giving an excuse. I'm just telling you what happened. Yes, he should have focused more on the ball. But when you got a 300-pound guy with a with 4 or 5 speed coming at you, you're trying to protect yourself at the same time. Like, it's a lot to ask for these guys in the open field. And I get it. I understand it. But once it started wobbling, he thought that it was a spiral. He had his hands ready for a spiral, but it's like this now. So now it's in his hands like this. You get what I'm saying? But that's not the only pass that he has dropped. He has dropped other passes too. So I definitely get where you come from. I'm talking about that particular play, because I was pissed at first until I seen that it got tipped. I'm like, I understand that. I've been in that position.
You really couldn't concentrate, because unless you didn't mute it, you had Chris Collinsworth blabbing about the offense. Like, Chris Collinsworth, it just drove me nuts today.
He just wanted to be Philly. He wanted to be Philly biased so bad because of the Super Bowl, and he know how Philly fans feel about him being so dick sucking on the Patriots.
Did you see how you say, well, Hassan Reddick hasn't really made an impact? No, he has. You just were talking about the Cowboys offensive line all day, but he's made an impact. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Collinsworth.
Shout out to Bird Game. Shout out to Bird Game 336. You're absolutely right. It's crazy that I go to work and I do this, and everybody, we swept y'all last year, yada yada. I said, do you know that we played third strings the last game of the season? Y'all really want to take that win?
Did we have Lane Johnson?
It's crazy. Now we can't take the win on beating their starters and a backup quarterback. But they're taking a win on beating our third stringers last year.
Wait, hold on. Their quarterback's already a backup. So we beat a backup quarterback, because Dak Prescott's a backup. I always been saying he's Dak Cousins. Exactly what he is. He's Dak Cousins. He has one playoff win on his belt.
I get you, but he better than a lot of quarterbacks. It's hard to find a franchise quarterback. It's hard to find a guy like Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry, it is, bro.
Did you hear what
look at how many franchises don't have their guy? When you look at it, I want to say it's out of 32 teams, you probably got 10 teams that got their guy right now. Think about it. It's hard to find a franchise quarterback, and I'm not going to say Dak isn't. Some of the numbers do persuade you, and it's like, damn, he put up these numbers, but you got to break down why, because they're losing. I get it, I understand it. But he has won a division in what, 2 years? 2 years out of 6. You know what I mean? Won a division, and
they love bringing it up.
Yeah, but two of those years he was hurt. So I get it, I understand it. I don't like Dallas, but
I mean, we can talk about he's hurt.
I got to keep it a beam.
He was playing like crap versus the Buccaneers. He was playing awful.
He was.
He was playing terrible.
He was.
But I don't wish injuries on nobody. But let's be real. Dak Prescott, to me, is a mediocre quarterback that gives you some good moments, but when you need him at his best,
so let me ask you this:
to come through, he doesn't come through.
So you rank Dak Prescott as like the 16th, 17th best quarterback in the league?
If we going for, I mean, I put a lot over him, because like I said, I go by.
Would you put Kyler Murray over him?
No.
Can't you put Russell Wilson over him right now?
No.
and that's what I'm saying. This is
Kyle Murray should not be on the list, man. That dude's a bum. I'm tired of hearing about him too.
But he's still
I think
still a starting quarterback. He gotta be on the list.
He won't be for long. Let him keep playing like that. He'll be out the league.
Huh?
He just got paid.
Who, Russell?
Yeah, I know.
No,
they're going to regret that too.
Murray.
He don't watch film.
Yeah,
so
he got
what quarterback are you paying that don't watch
Yeah,
film?
he do. I agree.
He look like it's crazy that, and maybe that messes with his psyche too. And I understand he hasn't had D-Hop. I get it.
I'll call him Tyler because he runs like a Tyler.
Hey man, listen. But once again, I will rank him in the middle of the pack too. You know what I mean? Like, when you look at these guys, man, it's hard to find that guy. It's hard to find a Josh Allen. It's hard to find a Patrick Mahomes. It's hard to find even a Jalen Hurts. Like, Jalen Hurts is looking like a guy that you stole in the NFL draft.
He reminds me of what Russell Wilson looked like when he was younger. He reminds me of that. I always said he reminds me of that, and a lot of people get upset, but he reminds me of like that Mahomes type, Russell Wilson type quarterback that doesn't have, he's not going to have an arm like Allen, but he's able to have accuracy. He's able to he's a mismatch. Even with the Cowboys, they didn't even know if he was going to throw or run. When he ran, he looked like he ran, and he threw it to AJ Brown. It's like they were frozen, and that is so confusing because they froze up a defense, and it's going to confuse a lot of defense because now you got so many weapons, because Jalen Hurts could throw. I'm tired. You got Commander fans talk about, I think he still can't throw. We ripped you apart with the throwing. Stop it, man. Talk about your quarterback who can't throw. He can't throw. He's absolutely terrible. But it's just crazy because he has the accuracy down, and I said it in our seats. If he gets his accuracy going, it's over. Prescott's like a pair of fake. He might be.
Hey yo, that's the funniest comment I read today, man. Shout out to you, bro. I don't know how to really say your name. Is it shout out to you, bro. That's definitely the comment of the day, man.
They're already making excuses already. They talk about how the refs robbed them and Cooper Rush played good and we almost beat the Eagles. They're talking about it. They talk about how they actually played good and we're going to bounce back. You're going to lose to the Lions next week. I can't wait for that game because they all think the Lions are sweet. The Lions might beat them. The Lions are going to give them a hard time.
Hey, Smooka, I'm guessing it's like hookah, but smoker. I don't know. Shout out to you. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Parsons was invisible. And I thought that Shane Steichen made him invisible by making him have to think. If you make Michael Parsons think and then react, it's too late. If he just got to react, then you're in trouble. But
Nick Sonnett was talking about all game plan. You got to stop Michael Parsons. That's what he was talking about. He was supposed to Michael Parsons.
Coming to the game,
to his credit,
the two best players was Diggs and Parsons, and I didn't think Diggs was that good. Personally,
I think Diggs reminds me so much of Jalen Mills. He gets beat on these double moves. He relies on instinct.
He better than Jalen Mills.
I mean, he better than Jalen Mills because obviously he's a better cornerback. But his instinct, when he gets beat, it's like that's it. He can't recover. A lot of quarterbacks struggle with reading a quarterback. A lot of times they'll trust on instincts. And he got cooked today. And that's the thing about him. You got to work on reading the quarterbacks. I understand where the football is going because a lot of times he reads on his instinct and gets torched.
What I thought I liked about Parsons tonight, besides he was getting locked up by Lane before he went down, but that dude was he was making plays all over the field because even the catch we were talking about with Goddard that got tipped, he tipped that ball when he was running. I mean, he was running people down from the back, tackling them. So he was doing things that he used to do at Penn State, because now Dallas used him a little different than what they did at Penn State. But he was all over the place watching that game, but he just wasn't getting in there.
I cannot hate on. I'm a Penn State. That's my alma mater.
Parsons is good, man, but
he's not very good.
No, he's not LT.
He is very good.
That's what I heard from Cowboy fans. He was LT. You know, and he's not. I think people need to stop saying that. He's Michael Parsons. He's going to be his own guy. You know, I think people need to stop comparing the Hall of Famers.
Nobody's LT. Like Aaron Donald's not LT.
Cowboys fans always compare people.
Nobody's like LT changed the game.
Changed it. Yep.
Like, yeah, you gotta even though he was a Giant, you gotta put respect on that man's name.
Yeah.
He changed the game. He's the reason why these left tackles is getting paid.
Exactly.
He's the reason. You know what I mean? But when you look at Parsons, man, you know, Penn State is my alma mater, and I watched this guy from, you know, his whole career at Penn State. Not gonna lie to you. But I always, and he got better than I thought. Like when he broke up that pass to who was that? Dallas Goedert.
Yeah.
What? I'm like, I didn't see that at Penn State. Yeah. So my thing is, if you got one guy to try to disrupt the defense, that's not enough. DeMarcus Lawrence, you talked all that shit.
I know, right?
He's trash. I don't want to hear about DeMarcus Lawrence. He's not a leader.
No. We gonna talk. This is what I'm here for. This is what I do. We gonna talk. Talk all that shit, right? And you did nothing.
He fell on his ass. That's the only thing. Jalen Hurts made him fall on his ass today.
You did not, even when Lane Johnson, who has shut you down forever. You know how many sacks he has on the Eagles? 0. And I don't understand how you can just talk heavy and you don't do nothing against us.
I think that's when the Eagles started.
I'm glad that you said what you said, because now your ass got shut out. Now you're in a situation where as though you can just sit there and cry to your mom or whatever, or whoever female you want to run to, because the Eagles 6-0, baby.
6-0.
We 6-0.
6-0.
6-0, man.
I can't wait to walk around here, down here in San Antonio tomorrow.
Listen,
my prediction, a lot of people didn't like it, and I'll say it again. My prediction was going 16-1 this year. People thought I was crazy for saying it. I said, look at the schedule. I said, if we go do what we are supposed to do.
I remember.
I told you. Because
I remember being on the live, and I'm like, you tripping. I mean, me personally, I had
now if I said 17-0, then you could say I'm tripping. But come on, 16-1, it's not as bad as we're going undefeated. You know, and our team's playing really good.
So before we get out of here, because I do definitely got to get out of here. I'm hungry as a motherfucker. But
I might go eat a sandwich too, just for the Cowboy fans.
Before we get out of here, let's go through the schedule real fast, y'all.
I think I want a lamb sandwich.
And
lamb chops.
You want a lamb sandwich? I want a lamb sandwich with some parsley flakes.
It was CD season today. We hunt CD lamb like it was CD season. Instead of duck season was CD season. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't go nowhere. Once again, talk about, we're gonna shut down all Philly hype. You made it more hype. You know what I'm saying? Because we shut your ass down. Once again, we shut all your hype down. You know what I'm saying? I love how you say. I love how all these Cowboys are talking.
DC, hold on.
I'm sorry, I get overwhelmed sometimes.
I get it, and I'm probably going to screen record this, so I need y'all to be ready. All right.
Okay.
So when you look at the situation, right, the Philadelphia Eagles got a bye coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
August 30th, Steelers at home. What y'all got?
W.
Win.
Texans at Texans. Who y'all got?
W.
I'll be there.
I got a W on both of them too. Commanders, come to the crib after we just tortured them.
Get the brooms ready.
Win.
W.
So that's 9-0.
Will be benched.
So that's 9-0.
Yeah,
that's 9-0 right there, y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to the Eagles-Packers game with my boy away hiding. Just let y'all know, I got tickets.
Next game, Colts.
W.
At Colts.
Win.
I think it's a W. It's a W. Matt Ryan's playing like absolute trick.
That's 10-0. That's 10-0. Mm-hmm. Okay. Packers.
We're getting there, man.
They come to the crib.
Who?
The Packers. They come to the crib.
I don't know, man. They're
it's
playing
gonna
like
be on Monday Night Football.
I think we can win that game.
W.
I think we can win that game. We better win that game because I'm going to that game.
11-0. Going once, going twice.
We better win that game. I'm going to the Eagles game.
They just lost to the Jets.
They lost to the Giants too, didn't they?
Yeah, Giants too.
Titans.
W. I think we could shut down. If you shut down Ryan, listen, I think our defense can shut down Derrick Henry. I really do. And I don't believe in Ryan Tannehill. I think AJ is going to want this game so much. He's going to want that revenge game. He's pissed off the fact that Tennessee Titan fans were calling him off season. Look how much shit they were talking to him. You know, he's not going to forget that. AJ Brown is going to want that game. They did him dirty. Let's be real. They did him dirty. You know, and the fact that they pretty much gave him up to it. I mean, he's happy right now, but they didn't want to pay him, and he was the best receiver that they pretty much other had, except what? Dyson was the last good receiver they had in Tennessee. You know, so AJ is going to want this, and AJ knows the Tennessee Titans more than the Eagles do. So he's going to have so much film, and he's going to deliver a lot to the Eagles and what they do. And if you don't think he's going to tell them what Ryan Tannehill is going to do, you're crazy. You know, AJ Brown knows Ryan Tannehill more than anybody else. He's been with Ryan Tannehill, and to me, I don't think they're a threat to these.
He kind of made Ryan Tannehill.
He did.
Okay, so where we at now? 11-0.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Next
we
game.
Going to see it, man. It's something
so
crazy.
Now we got to go to the Giants, which really is a home game for us. Now, I think we might
lose that game because we might sit our starters out though, because we might have a home field advantage locked up, unless we got other teams winning. I mean, you got the 49ers who could be possible, but I think by
for us to have a home game locked up, that means they're going to have to. The Giants and or Dallas is going to have to lose 4 games.
And Minnesota. But Minnesota only got 1 loss too.
Minnesota only got 1 loss?
Yep. They won today.
Who that loss came from? Though. No, Tone. Who that loss came from?
That came from them birds, baby.
You already know. So I don't think that's in the question. So
we could probably beat the Giants still too. I think we'll play. Maybe we play our starters. You know, I want to beat the Giants because I think they're taking the Cowboys.
We still talking about 1, 2. We still talking about 4 games left, bro. Like, what are you talking about here? There's still 4 games left after this game. So you're going to have to play this game, win or loss.
Which one for what? What
the team? Giants game. I'm still on the Giants.
Right?
We beating the Giants.
If we play starters, we're going to win this game.
We're beating the Giants.
We're going to play starters, bro. Like it's 5 games left. I don't know where you think.
Because I thought the Giants
people don't rest their starters to like the first, like the second to last game. If that nobody has that type of clinch on the NFC. To where as though they can rest their players.
Maybe the Eagles go for away. Listen, the Eagles, if they keep winning like this, eventually Johnson
matter. It's other things too, bro.
Yeah, that's too many weeks to rest. That's too many weeks to rest before the playoff.
And you don't want to rest nobody. No.
All
right, so when
the Eagles gonna beat the Giants.
When beat the Giants. Yep.
Okay, so we 12-0 now. Now we go to the Bears at Soldier Stadium.
Man, that could be anywhere. We beat
Justin Fields is trash. Yeah, Justin Fields is trash, and that all line is trash. We're gonna wipe it. We're gonna wipe his ass with the
13-0, both of y'all, right?
Yep.
All right.
If it's 13-0, it's gonna wear the Eagles stickers on the
at Cowboys. That could be back probably. At Cowboys.
We have starters in that game too, right?
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, sweeping them. Room.
Is it Christmas or Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve, yeah. We got to win that one. I can't lose my Christmas to them. They need to have a merry worst Christmas ever. They need to have a worst Christmas. I want to be the Grinch for Christmas. That's how much I want to make their life a living hell. I'm gonna dress up as a Grinch and steal their Christmas. Like I want to steal their Christmas.
Okay, steal their Christmas. I'm Muslim, so I don't really.
You should dress up as the Grinch. Philly first. Just call it the Philly Crunch because we're gonna crunch the Cowboys on Christmas Eve.
Okay. Moving on.
The broom's ready.
Saints come to the Eagles.
W. We own them. Jalen Hurts owns them.
We're beating the Saints.
We're beating the Saints.
And then we ended probably resting players, like you said 5 games ago, against the Giants.
That's what I was talking about the last game. My fault. So the first game we're gonna play the starters with the Giants, and then the last game with the Giants we're gonna rest the starters. Okay, my fault.
So y'all don't see no loss in none of those games.
I mean, the way our team is playing, I don't know who's beating us. Who's beating us? I got the Packers. Maybe
I can see that.
As much as I want to go to the game, Aaron Rodgers is the only league quarterback. You know, like I don't.
Yeah, but they just lost to the Jets.
They lost to the Jets by bad.
Yeah, but we see
bad 28-10. They got the ass kicked.
Listen, we seen Aaron Rodgers go from slumps to my God, he's starting to burn up.
This is not that. What was that? 2010. He said
I think we can beat them.
RELAX. This ain't that Aaron Rodgers team. This ain't that.
Yeah. We're gonna beat Aaron Rodgers. We're gonna beat him because I've been looking at him. He's not the same. But if you told me this offseason we're going to beat the Packers, I would have given him a loss because I think Aaron Rodgers in the offseason, you would think they wouldn't be playing like this. He'd probably play a little bit better, you know. But with Devontae Adams leaving, it's a big difference, you know.
That's a big difference.
Can I agree that everybody on this panel right now got one loss right now? How we feeling?
I mean, what loss did you see? I mean, the last game with the Giants. Yeah, so one loss. So it'll be 16-1. What's for like get the stickers on your face? That's all I gotta say. Eagle stickers.
I mean, it's wild. Like when you look at that schedule is sweet meat. Like that schedule.
Hey, I mean, that's what I say.
Why do they give us a schedule?
Well, according to them, the Cowboys have the easiest schedule, right? So they should be 5-0, just like us, right?
All I know is that schedule right there. I just named. Oh man, I can't wait to do this again. Yeah, I can't wait to make a video about this.
If you looked at the Cowboys schedule before the season started, them first couple games was rough, man.
Like, I know the Bengals should have did their job. I don't know how they did.
Tampa Bay, the Rams. I mean, like,
but to me, the Giants have been more impressive than the Cowboys.
Right. Yeah.
I understand they're going there with a backup quarterback, yada yada yada. But I mean, when you
got to be on your
I know it's Green Bay, and they saying Green Bay is fell off, yada yada yada. But then you come the next week, and then you beat Baltimore.
Yeah, that's because Lamar Jackson does Lamar Jackson.
Gave him that game.
I don't care what it is, bro. Like I'm not making excuses about they win, just like I wouldn't make excuses about our win.
No. They did what they had to do, but Lamar,
like in the power rankings, they're going to be top 5. Period. Yeah. They're going to be top 5, and to me, you can't dispute that. Like you can't dispute them being top 5.
They should have lost the game, but Lamar is Lamar. Right?
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But
they did what they were supposed to do. But again, I just don't want to hear Lamar is better than Jalen Hurts ever again. I just don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that interception he threw. Yeah, it seemed like
that was a bad throw. It was a bad throw.
Like, it seemed like he gave up. Like I don't know what that was about.
Man, I mean, just throw it away. Live another down.
Like, dude, you are. Do you understand you're balling for a contract? Like you don't have a contract yet.
No,
you don't.
He's Lamar. He's Lamar. He thinks Lamar. He forgot he's Lamar. He don't got to work for anything. He's the MVP. Remember? That's what everybody's going to be saying. He's MVP. Watch him hit free agency. It's going to be he's MVP.
If it was like, but no, EC, because if it was like that, he would have a contract. He doesn't have a contract right now.
Yeah, because
he turned he turned that $250 million contract down.
Oh, I mean that's it.
They offered him like 235 million.
I ain't hear that. They did.
Yeah. If you're Baltimore Ravens, I mean,
he wanted a guarantee. He wanted.
He wanted what guarantee? How much? He wanted like the Patrick Mahomes type deal.
Mahomes joint, yeah.
He's not getting that. He's not Patrick Mahomes.
Nah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray shouldn't have got that contract either. If you want to be real, like I think the Cardinals are going to regret that.
Oh yeah, they already are.
I mean, he even know where the first down was. How do you slide and not get the first down? I mean,
who's talking about Kyler Murray?
Yeah. How do you slide in? Like you just at that point, I put my whole body on the line just to get that.
listen, even though he did that, once you get up and you see the chains ain't moving, you don't spike the ball.
Yeah.
No, you
Chains
don't.
ain't moving. Like, it's so, let me tell you something. It's a whole situation when you get a first down. Chains start moving, that little thing goes to first down. You know what I mean? And you know it's a first down. For you to get up and spike the ball, that was crazy. And I thought that happened in the Dallas game today too. Not that particular thing, but when he threw that second interception, it was trying to hurry up and rush like how we do. And you ended up throwing a pick.
I thought Mike McCarthy's game plan today was like the last minute where they decide to kick the field goal. Like at that point, if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I would try to go for it. I mean, like you're here to play to win. Why are you kicking a field goal when you're down? And then you miss.
I hate how corn asshole. I hate how he like, oh well, if they would have reviewed that CeeDee Lamb first down, this would be a different game.
He touched the ground, didn't it?
No. It definitely was the first down.
Yeah, it was
a first down. But
he didn't challenge it though, did he?
Like, if it was a touchdown, that'd be different. But how about we talk about the block in the back? From that Bradbury received that they didn't call.
But they called it on Darius Slay though.
Man, listen, I don't know.
How about the fact that the one drive, I think they were holding on Son Reddick. They didn't call that. That was when
it's a lot of calls we go back and forth about. But that block in the back on Bradbury,
yes,
and a flag was thrown.
Yeah, so you saw it and then you got it picked and you picked it up.
Like, come on.
Now I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't like that unsportsmanlike conduct on Michael Parsons. As much as I don't like the Cowboys, let the guys play, man. This is a professional sport.
We don't know what he said, though. We don't know what he said. That's the only thing.
Listen.
And I said that last year about Avery when he got that drawn at the
well, I mean that's because
Tom Brady and Tom Brady. I don't know what he said. Like, if you say something out of pocket, if you say some racial things, or you say some thing about
hyping up because he broke a pass,
stuff like that, you know what I mean? They gonna blow that whistle every time, bro. Every time. They not playing that. They don't want you to do nothing racial, and they don't want you to go against, the what is that? LBGT, something like that. Yeah, they don't want you to do that. So you gotta understand that we don't know what he said. You get what I'm saying? But
I mean, where's he gonna tell Goddard? Oh, you dropped the ball. Like I think he's just said, "Yeah, I'm coming. You better run."
He could have called him a faggot, bro.
Michael Parsons ain't called him a faggot. I know. I think
you know Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons. Do you know what he about? Exactly. So we don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's what he said, but we don't know. We don't know what he said. You get what I'm saying?
That's why he ended up in Dallas. That's a perfect destination for him now.
This is what I'm saying. Everybody in the chat that's still in the chat, I appreciate y'all. Make sure I appreciate EC Tone. Shout out to you. I see you got the Hershey's the hat. Shout out to my boy Lord Brunson. You know that's my guy. But I'm getting out of here, and
it just feels good to get that 6-0, man. I was so tired of Cowboy fans talking like they forgot that we had a good season.
It feel better for me. I'm from 60th Street, West Philly. You hear me? So I feel great. Like I can't tomorrow.
You know how many Cowboy fans are at my work
notifications tomorrow? I'm be unbearable. They can't deal with me tomorrow. I'm going.
You know how many Cowboy fans at my work today? I saw a bunch of Cowboy fans, and not even real ones. They're just bandwagon ones. Like I don't even think some of them are real. I think they wore the jerseys because it was popular. Like it's gonna be so peaceful at work tomorrow, knowing that there's no Cowboy hats, no nothing. Like they shouldn't even be wearing it.
They're always gonna have excuses. Oh, well, y'all
listen, I'm trying to hear that. Y'all came in and you got your ass smacked.
And we mounted a comeback. We almost beat y'all. Y'all
almost would have, could have.
Y'all lost by 2 scores. You almost beat us.
All I see is
man, I appreciate your coming on, man.
We should have blew that team out, man. But hey, it is what it is. Got the W, man. That's all I care about. Flag is fly.
Yo that.
Yo that.